In 2006, Nintendo released the Wii and it took the world by storm. The success was based on the blue ocean strategy that Nintendo popularized by creating an experience unlike anything else available, and it didn't compete on graphical power. Nintendo's gamble paid off, and you likely bought one because the Wii ended up selling over 101 million units. You've never had so much fun bowling and playing virtual baseball with family on Thanksgiving indoors, but something happened along the way and you stopped gaming. And with all that extra time that you've been spending indoors lately, you might be wondering if you should get back into gaming again, but you're not sure where to start. And if you want the definitive answer on what video game console is closest to the Wii, then you have come to the right place. The best way to figure out what console is closest to the Wii is to figure out what made the Wii so popular in the first place. Unfortunately, there wasn't one thing that made the Wii a runaway success, but instead a collection of assets that propelled the Nintendo system to rarefied air for gaming consoles, even by Nintendo standards. In the history of video games, only 6 systems have managed to sell over 100 million. Narrowing things down, there are 5 factors that made the Wii a winner, including size, price, focus on exercise, excellent library of games, and obviously, its motion-based functionality. No one wants to have a huge piece of gaming equipment that takes up all of the room in the entertainment unit, and even worse, if the console is too big, it doesn't fit in the entertainment unit and is forced to become a huge eyesore near the TV. The Wii is about 6 inches tall and long, but only about 2.5 inches wide. The Wii only weighed around 2.7 pounds, which did allow for easy transportation to friends or family gatherings. The PlayStation 4 is about twice as big in terms of area, at around 12 inches by 12 inches, and has a height of around 2 inches, and over double the weight at over 6 pounds. As expected, if you ever held or have seen an Xbox One, it is huge, measuring slightly bigger than the PlayStation 4 in size, and weighing in at 7 pounds, which is almost 3 times the weight of the Wii. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are even bigger. The most comparable system in terms of size is the Nintendo Switch, which is about 4 inches tall by about 9 inches wide and about half an inch deep, giving it a very small surface area and an insanely low weight of around 0.9 pounds. An easy way to convince casual gamers or even non-gamers to purchase your system is to make the barrier to entry as painless as possible. Pricing is usually the biggest barrier for potential buyers. Most people can justify spending around $200 to $300. The Nintendo Wii launched at $249 in 2006, which works out to around $310 when you factor in inflation. The PlayStation 4 at launch was $399 and the Xbox One was $499, which puts these consoles well above a similar range. Nintendo's hybrid once again has the most in common with the Wii because the Nintendo Switch launched in 2017 at $299, which would technically make it cheaper than the Wii at launch. Everyone wants to be healthy and exercise, but not many people actually enjoy it. And what the Wii did was make staying active fun, or at least tried to, by making it a game. Everyone was a potential consumer because everyone knows how to swing a bat or a tennis racket. The pack-in of Wii Sports easily helped the game sell 90 million copies, making it one of the best-selling games of all time. But the Wii didn't stop there with its exercise-centric games. Exercise games became a major focus for the Wii, including other peripherals such as the Wii Motion Plus and the Wii Balance Board. The only real comparable for companies that are committed to exercise gaming peripherals is still Nintendo. Xbox tried their hand with the Kinect, but once that failed to gain market share, the game stopped, and as we know, production shut down. PlayStation does offer some pretty great games that will get you sweating like Beat Saber, but as we're going to talk about soon, that involves the whole PSVR commitment. This brings us full circle back to Nintendo, with games like Ring Fit Adventure, the Ring Con, and the Leg Strap each hold one of the Joy-Cons and make exercising fun as you try to defeat Drago, the bodybuilding dragon, with all types of exercise, including yoga as well. It's easy to see why this became such a high-demand game in early 2020, as supply couldn't keep up with demand. There are certainly ways that you can incorporate motion controls on systems like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, but both aren't greatly supported. For the Xbox One, you would have to purchase a second-hand Kinect 2.0 to take advantage of a small handful of games, as Microsoft abandoned support and halted production for their peripheral back in 2018. As for the PlayStation, there is a better argument for offering a similar gaming experience that isn't based around a standard controller. PlayStation VR, PlayStation's attempt at virtual reality and arguably the most successful consumer VR unit. Virtual reality is still very much in its infancy, and because of this, many people experience motion sickness, especially if we are discussing the Wii demographic who wouldn't be considered hardcore gamers. The other major problem with PSVR is the cost and ease of entry, both of which are very high. First, you will need to buy a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Then you will need to buy the PSVR kit, and hopefully you can find the bundle that comes with the Move Wands to fully experience something along the lines of the Wiimote and the Nunchuck. Purchasing this would put you around $1,000, which is well outside of the range of comparison. The Switch is basically a tablet, which in 2021, everyone knows how to use, whether you're 1 or 100 years old. One HDMI cable and one power cable, and you are ready to play motion gaming with the Joy-Cons that remove extremely easily and give you the ability for two-player gaming right out of the box. The Joy-Cons are the evolution of what the Wii started with motion controls, gyroscopes, and IR almost 15 years ago. You don't even need to connect a light bar. Figuring out what system resembles the Wii means looking at the top selling games and seeing what people were playing. 6 out of the top 10 selling games for the Wii are focused around either exercise or using motion as a key pillar for controlling the game. On top of the major focus for exercise or motion-centric titles, the Wii also featured classic IP that included recognizable titles or characters, including Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, and Metroid. There would have been many easy ways to incorporate exercise into Ring Fit without spending all the research and development costs on the Ring Con, but it's this commitment that makes it feel much more than just an afterthought. The technology that the Ring Con uses makes it much more than just a cheap piece of inanimate plastic that most exercise games and peripherals are made out of. Along with a great way to exercise on the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo also has the massive benefit of having a stable of extremely valuable and recognizable IP on their platforms, and this instantly gives the Nintendo Switch the recognition to everyone, as most people have heard of Mario, Zelda, and Donkey Kong, all three characters that are already on the Switch. There is no competition when it comes to the best casual gaming system that also incorporates all of the factors that made the Wii a runaway success other than the Nintendo Switch. As much as I wanted it to be a close competition or a glamorous answer, it's clear that Nintendo is the only company committed to experiences like this. If you or someone you love would like to get into games casually and would also like the benefit of staying fit, then the Nintendo Switch is the console that is most like the Wii. There is even bowling on Clubhouse 51, similar to Wii Sports. If you think this video helped you make a decision, then like the video, consider subscribing for more gaming content like this, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite Wii game was.